Hi, Cancer. If you want to come on in, have a seat. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence in the spirit of April. If you want to take a screenshot to scry on your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Cancers, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. All right, Cancers, let's take a moment. Let's close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. I feel ooey gooey love. I'm also seeing some sort of like royal figure. No, I don't know if royal is the right word. Maybe it's royal or religious, depending on your world of belief systems, cultures, this, that, or the other, something with meaning. Anyway, the point being is in specific religious cultures and even royalty with gold being of the crown, I'm seeing the gold around something, and I'm actually seeing it around a head and a root. So I'm not sure if these are people, aspects of the self, or your root energy and your crown energy are gold. Like it feels royal or religious. There's also like a blatant kindness coming through. I don't think the camera and the lighting will let it come through, but anyway, the gold's right in there. It's really quite lovely. And this violet flower with pink, something's growing and it's talking to itself though. And I'm in Wonderland. Yeah, in the cartoon where they're like, the flowers talk and it's a bunch of ladies. And that's what I feel like. So you might have like a mother in spirit. You might have a mother in spirit or female energy anyway, that's stepping forward, and it's like really applying a kind love. Apparently I'm adding on tarot and oracle like right off the hop. So Cancers, thank you so much for joining me. It's usually my cue to remind myself to say thank you for subscribing, sharing, and your donations. Okay, that came face down. New chapter, vision, diplomacy, celebration. So these all came up when we were talking about that royal, religious, female figure in spirit, root to crown. Sorry, I'm also being distracted to look in here because there's still gold in there, but it's mixed with earth energy, which is bringing me into you, but I'm seeing it as a crown now. I am seeing it as a crown. Cancers, new chapter. Okay, so I'll flip that over in 1 second. What I want to do here is slide this card in right there. And there we go. New chapter. In whatever context this is in, if you're new to me, those are yours: personal, professional, corporate, creative, this, that, or the other. Maybe it's an idea, some sort of vision, because this, whether it's your female spirit or a spirit deceased mother figure, like I want to slide the owl of wisdom. So I am getting the sensation it's an older woman. So I'm seeing it as though your crown, your earthly existence, as I'm seeing it now as a guest in the Cancerian aura, thank you, something's being beautified by and with spirit, your spirit being alive and in density, and a spirit in the divine realm. And this, your crown and their crown adds to it, so it's becoming bigger and bigger. There is some, celebration. There is some sort of celebration coming through, and maybe this is just also, if I may, spirit deceased celebrating you. Cancer celebrating you. I'm also seeing the Aries symbol. You might have been working through Aryan energy with an Aries, of course. but I'm just looking at the symbol of Aries, the determination. What else is in there? I'm feeling like there's something, almost like I keep hearing like a bucking bronco, but I know that's not necessarily, I know the ram, but it's been like a fierce determination within the self to be walking and talking the earth, having moved through grief. That's what it is. It feels like I've been moving through grief with the determination, and kindness is flooding in. Whatever this grief has been moving through, and it doesn't feel like it's gone. That's not the point. I'm not getting the feeling. It's allowing the grief to be very kind by this female in spirit, and have it be celebratory, that it's like reached a royalty of realizations, a religious realization, if you may, the sacredness of something, the sacredness of something. Sorry, I need my scrying for 2 seconds, and I will look at that tarot card, I promise, or that oracle card. I'm seeing humor in there. It's almost, actually, you know, what I'm seeing is from the breakfast cereal, Count Chocula. And then I'm also seeing like, and this is off to the side here, like it's a very subtle story. So this Count Chocula, and it's not like Booberry or anything like that. It's another creature, but it feels like it's in shadow, and it's bringing me into the show Legion and the time demons, I'm going to call them, and they come through and like ka-ch, ka-ch, ka-ch. So something about time is the point, and it's almost as if I might have been like Frankenstein for a while, moving through time, like it just feels stiff. And I might have had a block up. But ironically, this block feels like a hockey stick and a golf club and a wand. But really, it's a new stem to raise all the way up and to see this kindness flooding in from spirit. To see spirit. I hope that rambling makes sense somewhere. I will finally take a look at this card, Upheaval. So that's what, thank you. The staff, golf club, hockey stick feels like that. If I align it in, there is some sort of upheaval. And because those time creatures popped in again, it could have been from the passing of this person, this prominent person, could have been a while ago. Of course, up into most recent. And I kind of feel like maybe in my reflections, time was being taken away from me, or time's moving too fast, time's moving too slow. I'm kind of like Frankenstein. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. For someone anyway. If it's not your scry story, absolutely release. But there's some sort of new chapter that's being celebrated. And there's this wisdom of the vision and the kindness. Cancers. You are kind. Maybe applying the kindness to oneself. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to keep on moving down here. Yeah, see, I'm also there. I don't know. How do I say? The symbol of Jesus, okay? Whatever that may mean to you, or if you have an immediate response to that term, that symbol. But please insert whatever feels good to you. A figure that is has promise of hope, or a good message, insert whatever. But I'm seeing them come together in almost like a gliding. You know what I mean? Like when it's bringing me into a time when I was living in this apartment above the shop. Anyway, and there was I don't think it was a church, but it's where, and forgive me, I'm going to butcher this, and I'm really not trying to be ignorant, but like where a lot of nuns lived. It might have been a church, but it was like far back. So if it's like you didn't know what it wasn't overly like, it was, private property. Anyway, that's not the point. And I used to sit and look out my front window, and there would be nuns walking by. And I would say to my husband, they're floating. Like, I would see them floating. That was just the way I saw them. And to this day, I stand by that they were floating. So it's something along that lines. And that's what it feels like, this glide, this float. It could even just be a re-inspiration or invigoration to faith, whatever faith is. It doesn't have to be religious or royal in any sort of way. Maybe it's just in love, in kindness. Okay. Oh, we had a lot coming out here. Okay. Cancers. Like a whole lot has come out here. Let's move through this. Dog and dolphin. There we go. I have peacock and scarab. If these mean anything to you, and if anything is standing out, if you know me, it's more important to follow your own intuition and intellect if anything stands up than my ramblings. But I am grateful that you're here with me. Rabbit and a wolf. Very predator and prey situation. Birds and sharks. Okay. So I'm going to add these here to my like vision board of sorts of your reading. Okay, thank you, scarab. I want to insert the scarab, like this is where I was seeing your crown, and I want to insert right there. And primarily why I want to do that is because as I was seeing the crown, and like this is what's being added by this female in spirit guide, mother, grandmother, etc., ancestor. But these eyes that I was seeing in a different moment were separate, right? Like their eyes. But the jewel in between. And that's what it feels like. Like I'm seeing the scarab beetle and the shell closes this emotional gem that I have perhaps in relation to my memories, memoirs, reflections of the spirit. Anyway, I think the point is that they're here with you applying kindness to nourish the transformation of your new chapter. And when I say new chapter, it's almost as if it can be very subtle. It could be massive. New job, new career choices, going to school, pregnancy, all that kind of good stuff. However, oh my goodness, pregnancy with the peacock is right beside it. So there absolutely could be a Cancer that is having a growing family in any capacity. So congratulations to that. But it also brings about wealth. And adding to your family is a form of wealth. It could also be monetary, as I was saying before. And that's what it feels like. This kindness is coming down with you, working with you to receive more. The dog and the dolphin, the loyalty and determination, I feel like we spoke about with the Aryan energy. But the dolphins is this playfulness and cooperation. And I'm not going to lie, I almost want to say Cancers. And I know you can be super nurturing and also tough as nails. But cooperate with those that are willing to cooperate with you, and not just in the same way, because something's happening here in like a softening, and I'm seeing like dolphins play around and they're very fluid, and this feels like in the emotional waters of what I want to experience, what I want. It's almost as if I'm, instead of trying to make an ocean, this metaphorical emotion ocean that might have been for some time in some background of your world, kind of tumultuous. instead of trying to like suppress it to soothe it, it's like I actually went down deeper to play with the dolphins, and they can come out and play in the waves and realize I can work with this. But the celebration is the loyalty to what you're caring for, nourishing yourself, nourishing what you want in life, nourishing what you care about. You've been very determined, Aryan energies. The spirit's also very, very loyal to you. The rabbit and the wolf brings me right into predator and prey situation. Another pregnancy. So Cancers, if you're not necessarily looking to add to your family in the traditional way, mindfulness, but this one is pregnancy in fears. This one is pregnancy in wealth. And it's bringing me back to that, all the waves on top, like that, I don't know, it feels just like an ocean or water that has a lot going on, like the surface is chaotic. So is it a fear? Wealth of fears? Are you afraid of being wealthy? Are you afraid of what you want, going for it? Kindness. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's making some sort of sense to somebody. But this rabbit is alert. It's almost like I don't want to focus on the fears. Acknowledge them as I'm moving into this new chapter instead of conjuring with a cunning ability to consider all the things that could go right or could go wrong. I feel like as some sort of wealth is going to come in stealth style. You might not even be expecting it, whatever this wealth is to you. Maybe you're going to apply for this job and you're going to think, oh my God, there's a million people that applied. I'm never going to get it. And I think you might get it. You know what I mean? It's that kind of feeling. And it's like in this example, if I step forward to this opportunity, I'm stepping forward with peacock pregnancy. Like I'm pregnant of my own person, my own personality, my ideals, what I can bring to the table. Like I'm confident, versus stepping forward with a pregnancy of, oh my goodness, there's so many people here. I'm never going to get it. They're more qualified, this, that, or the other. That's this kind. And I want to be in the peacock. But the rabbit also is fertility and swiftness. So I can agility. Okay. Birds and sharks came through as well. This has just been leaning up with me. Thank you. Birds and sharks. It feels like in a different context, another predator and prey situation. And when I think of the Cancer, like I said before, you're so nurturing and loving and giving and a provider, a significant provider. But you're also tough as nails, and sometimes that can ward off like my way or the highway. And sometimes that mentality has its place, and then other times it is a deterrent versus determination. Does that make sense for someone somewhere? So news messages with the birds and survival and power with the shark. I'm underwater again. Dolphins and sharks. There's this polarity kind of going on, even with the dog and the wolf, domesticated, wild. The rabbit and the peacock, pregnancy in two different ways. The scarab and the birds, transformation, nourishment, news messages, birds and bugs. See how they all just like rearranged? I love it. Anyway, okay. I'm sensing that there's going to be news being received. Congratulations, you're pregnant. The adoption went through. You got the job. Or in spirit space, you're going to be, if not more so, receiving messages from this mother figure in spirit very clearly. And when I say clearly, it could be that you're doing something mundane, or you're, hopping along and you find a picture of her or this grandmother or something sparks. Something along that lines. Also, you could be something in the clairs, like your intuition about it. You might smell a particular smell. You know what I'm saying? Cancers. as you are trying so hard to nourish and nurture oneself and those you care about, there's somebody still in spirit nurturing you. And I almost like that's the faith I want to come back into, to say, oh, I feel that. I feel that. And when I was seeing, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it felt like a dolphin up there. So higher frequency spirit of an elder coming through. Okay, I'm going to get ready to close out here for Cancers. If there's any other cards we want to add on, we're going back there. Okay. So I'm down at the bottom here. I am seeing, what is that? Like Davey Croquet? Davey Croquet. And there's the face. Actually, like this is the human face. And then this is the Davey Croquet kind of hat thing. It does look like a wolf. Can I come back to wolf? Cunning strength, transformation. Maybe something about your dreams, or it's not dreams. What is it? Of course, it's almost as if like your waking dreams, like what you want in waking life, consciously, what I want. I don't recall a whole lot about Davy Crockett. We're closing out for Cancers. But maybe that means something to someone. Thank you. We will release that. Okay, 2 came up, 1 face down. There's a lot of yellow, so solar plexus. I just heard my son. And as I was talking about the solar plexus and, the sun, but I heard from a woman, my son. I'm seeing a rhinoceros. Is it a rhino? It's not a hippopotamus. I believe it's the rhino with the big horn. That symbol might mean something to somebody, determined as well, another determination, but it's of a golden aura. Like I can see like a statue or something. Could even be an elephant with the trunk up. Is that for luck? Okay, I'm not going to get constipated. And then I'm in like this little bubble down here. I'm seeing it as a tree. I'm seeing it as a tree, and it's like I can open up the branches and the foliage of this tree, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in there. 5 people. They're all like heading in one direction. I don't know if that's a family or some key people, soul family, your actual family, like born into. 5 friends, again, change anyway, nonetheless. Okay, closing out for Cancers, I have wisdom and adventure that came through. The wisdom, again, I want to add. I will come back to you in 2 shakes. That woman in spirit that I was talking about, diplomacy, kindness, and I want to plop them up in that kindness and that red hue violet. There's something about when I consider the religious or royal aspect of it is carrying myself very poised, like a diplomat. Somebody could be a diplomat. But this is that mother female energy and spirit that's coming through to help you with this new adventure, new chapter. And what came face down was 33 illusion. And this is making me feel, if I may, I want to slide that right into where your crown was. I know the coloring doesn't quite, there we go. I want to slide right about there. Thank you. This being you or representing of a portion of the Cancer collective. And this being the mother or an archetype inner child, call it what you may. And then this is the mother energy or female energy. And when I was seeing the two eyes, the scarab beetle, hands together, it's like I keep hearing like it's not an illusion. Like you're hearing me, you're smelling me. I am here. When you might even feel like waves of kindness come over you. And this might even be from other people, places, or things. Like you could be at the grocery store and somebody's really nice to you. Normally you'd be like, okay. But to receive that, because I feel like it's the spirit specifically, sending kindnesses your way in subtleties for you to remember the softness of that, the strength of that, while you're pursuing something that is blatantly very, very sacred, soulfully sacred. At least that's how I'm feeling. I'm also seeing, what's that? I really am going to close out here, Cancers. Rocky and Bullwinkle. So that might have something. Grace, again, kind of comes through, but a sense of humor as well. Okay, Cancers, you've been an amazing muse. Thank you so much for joining me. It's my pleasure, and I really look forward to later on in April where we will reverse this Rorschach and get some alternative perspectives for later on in April. So until then, thank you for scrying with me.